Hi, welcome in. If you're here, you're stepping into your highest timeline, and I'm here to help you navigate that journey. I'm just going to tap in, get a channeled message from Spirit, then we'll pull some cards. We'll go wherever the energy takes us. If at any point this message resonates with you, please hit that like button and comment so that I know you claim this and it adds to the collective of the energy, or adds to the energy of the collective. All right, let me get tapped in. Tapping in now to the collective spirit. Please send through messages only for their highest good. Remove me, make me a clear channel for your word. What message does the collective need in this moment, Spirit? Okay, I'm getting somebody picking something off their feet. It's like you've been walking barefoot somewhere and you stop and you have something on your foot. Like you need to pick it off, whether it's like gum or gravel or just stuff that's stuck in your feet, and you're checking yourself out to see what the heck is this, and oh, I want this gone. And you're kind of really analyzing your foot. You've picked this stuff off and now you're trying to see is there a thorn stuck in there? Is there a splinter? Your foot was uncomfortable enough for you to stop and really see what is the issue here? You really wanted to take a closer look, and you're really analyzing it. You want to figure this out. So I am getting that this is a message that's associated with you realizing something's not working, something's uncomfortable, and you're really digging into what is the issue here? What you're taking a closer look at the issue. I just saw 222 on the clock when I said that. So that you can get to the root cause and fix it. Pull the thorn out, pull the splinter out, figure it out so that you can move forward. So let's pull some cards and see what message Spirit has for you there. Which deck, Spirit? Yeah, I'm getting Soulful Revolution, Soul on Fire deck. So yeah, it's you're walking along and then you're God, this thing that is happening with my foot has become so annoying. So you can't ignore it anymore. The issue has become to a point where you can't ignore it anymore. And now you're going to sit down and really spend some time figuring out the root cause so that you never need to deal with it again. It's I'm done putting band-aids on this. I'm done ignoring that my foot hurts a little bit. And this could be an actual physical ailment that you're over dealing with it, right? You're going to go to the doctor or whatever to get to the root cause because you've done a bunch of at-home remedies, or you've done a bunch of things to band-aid something or to not quite fix it. But now you're ready to really focus in, figure out what the root cause is and get it fixed because you're done. You're done. You're not walking like that anymore. You're not dealing with that issue anymore. It's come to a point where it's annoying enough, it's painful enough where you want to fix it. What more for this collective, Spirit? Yeah, that was really weird for me to get you sitting picking your feet. I'm where are we going with this, Spirit? All right, so what I get is whatever this thing is, you have been walking along as a wounded warrior ignoring it. So or dealing with it. Like it's been something that has been really annoying to you, caused you a lot of challenges, been an issue for a ridiculous amount of time, I'm hearing. And you have been through this hard fight. It's the 9, so you know it's almost over, like you're ready for it to be done. But you've been through a lot of challenges with this for a long time is what I'm getting. So whether this is a physical ailment, because this is an action card, this is wands or fire, I'm getting that like you've had to change your daily life, or your daily life has been affected by this thing, this challenge, this annoyance. And it's just, I mean, it could be something as annoying as like, you know, dealing with your car has something going on with it that like it messes with your day. It could be something like, you know, just something that you're like, I'm fixing this. Like we're done. I'm done doing this. I've done so much to, oh, I can handle it. It's not that big of a deal. Oh, I'm strong. If it's tennis elbow or something like that, it's like, oh, you know, I just live in pain and I've got all these ointments and tapes and bandages and braces and all these things I use. And you're like, I don't want to be this person anymore that deals with the shitty car or has to accommodate my failing body. I want to get to the root cause and I want to fix it. And I get that. So there's the Lovers and the Two of Cups. So this is a decision. Twos are decisions. And I'm getting that like you're becoming more aligned with your body, with your soul, with your nervous system. And as you become more aligned and in union with that, your body and your nervous system is telling you where things are not in alignment, where things are not working. So even if this is a challenge at work, a challenge in a relationship, because this is cups, this is relationship. So maybe it's something that like you've been ignoring about a person where you're like, it's okay that I have to get up early and, you know, make his lunches or make her lunches or something like that. And you're just like, but it really messes with your day. It doesn't work for you anymore. Your body's telling you where you're like, no, I'm going to fix this thing so that I don't need to do it anymore. So because this is cups, this could really be a relationship, but it's also like your emotional regulation. This is a decision that you need to make to rebalance your emotional regulation. So if this thing is causing you physical pain, or if this thing is causing you emotional pain or just anxiety or strife or challenge, then it's taking away your energy that you could have for the day. And so you're kind of done with that. And I'm getting with the Lovers card that you're choosing you. You are choosing an easier, more flowing, more soul honoring path by getting to the root cause of whatever this is and fixing it. What else for this collective spirit? I hope y'all are doing really great. And I do hope that you're getting to the root cause of some of these things. Even like small things, like trivial things like your car, or I'm getting plantar fasciitis. That just came up. And so if that's your thing. But things like that they seem small, but they're super annoying and painful and definitely make things in your life not fun, right? They block your fun. Got one on the floor here. Okay, so I'm getting that spirit is calling you to fix this thing. They see that you have put Band-Aids on it. They see that part of you thinks that it's a strength to live with this annoyance, to not be the person that needs the new dishwasher or needs a new car, or, oh, you know, I can handle the pain, or this pain is just about getting old. And I'm getting that spirit saying, no, like you are being called out of that martyrdom, out of that I can handle it. Out of this 9 of Wands, which is just like, I live with burdens, but I'm like a wounded warrior, so I can do it. I'm hearing that like you're getting called into your Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords is like, she knows her truth and she's a little bit of a bitch. Like she's like, but like in a good way. Meaning she speaks her truth and she doesn't care like anymore about people's feelings or about, if it will hurt someone's feelings or if it'll cost a bunch of money to fix. Like, sorry, it doesn't align with me. And at this point, it's taking so much from me that I'm going to come in and do what I need to do to get my needs met. And part of my needs is cutting out this thing that is I'm living with that I don't need to live with anymore, that I refuse to live with anymore is what I'm getting. What more for this collective, Spirit? Yes, the Queen of Swords is like, fuck this. And she's looking back at how long you have dealt with this thing and is saying like, that's insane. That's insane. Nobody would deal with this. But it's like, now that you look back, it's been like a year. It's been 3 years. It's been like, I think of something that you put a Band-Aid on, like a dishwasher or like something that's like, oh, it leaks on the floor, but, and we run it only on the express cycle and all of this to make it work. And it's all because you don't want to pay the $1,000 for a new dishwasher. But you're like, dude, that thing has been like that for like 3 years. And we've been just like mopping the water up and running it on a crappier cycle. Like, she's like, stop doing all this accommodating for something that doesn't work. Okay? Get it fixed. Get a new one. Get over this. Have this thing be a thing of the past. And I get that this is what is going to help bring you balance, not just the dishwasher or your health issue that you're having an issue with or the relationship that you're engaging in things that like, this doesn't work for me anymore. I'm getting that by starting to identify things in your environment that are causing you this 9 of Wands, where you're carrying around this, I can handle it, I've got it, things are a little janky, things are a little broken down, but I can handle it, I've been through so much. Spirit's really calling you into union with your body and your soul that says, you can handle it, great, but does the new version of you, the new you that you're going into, your new timeline, do they handle that shit? Yeah, they handle it right away. They're like, they do not deal with that. Okay? So part of choosing you and part of getting called into your newest, highest timeline is you identifying things in your environment that do not work for you. Even if it's on a small, petty level. Like, my son just recently, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm going to tell you this story. But he has autism, and when he poops, he takes his pants off and takes his diaper off, and it leaves poop everywhere, and I've like thrown out a bunch of rugs and can't have anything nice, right? So just recently I was like, okay, I'm throwing away a rug for the last freaking time. I'm buying a new rug, and I'm buying him onesie pajamas that he cannot take off so poop can't get everywhere. Like, we'll change him before he gets his pants off. Okay, so the point is this version of me, the old version of me probably would have just kept like washing rugs and kept washing things and kept like dealing. But it's like the new version of me is like, dude, I'm not dealing with shit all over the place, literally. Okay? The new version of me is like, I'm getting a new rug. I'm buying a whole bunch of onesie pajamas. Like, I obviously do have a child with autism that has some special needs, but it ain't gonna be me scrubbing the floors every 2 seconds if I don't have to. Okay? So it's just like finding the things in your life that you're like, okay, cool, I've got it. Like, I'm good at handling challenges, but I don't need to make it so hard on myself. I don't need to live with shit, literally, as much as I do. I don't have to live with this physical ailment. I don't have to live with this crappy dishwasher. I don't have to live with the stuff that I've been settling for, that I'm just like, oh, well, I guess that's just part of the gig. It's like, no. The new you is somebody that says, I don't deal with that shit, actually. So I'm going to find a way to not deal with that shit, because this is ridiculous. And the new me doesn't have this as part of their story. Certainly doesn't have this as something that takes from me every single day. And I like accommodate it because I'm too cheap, too worried about, I don't know. What are we trying to prove by keeping broken things? That we don't need to spend money? I mean, I don't know what the deal is with that, but start choosing. And I'm getting, as you identify all these things in your life, that like you could just make this easier by setting yourself up in a different way, by going to the doctor, by doing the physical therapy, by cutting somebody out of your life, by like whatever, by ordering something, by throwing something away, like whatever that is, that's the new balance Spirit wants you to. Oh my gosh. And I just like heard New Balance, and then I thought of the plantar fasciitis. Maybe get yourself some new shoes. But that is the balance that Spirit wants you to bring. And Spirit wants you to bring it by seeing and becoming aware of all the places that you work a little extra hard in the name of, I can handle this. You can. Spirit knows you can. You don't need to prove it anymore, and you don't need to handle it. You're allowed to have easier, breezier ways, just ways of living. And think of all the things that people would look in your life and go, dude, that's ridiculous. Why are you doing that? Or you should see a doctor about that. Or I would not do that for my spouse. Or I would not deal with my kid shitting on the floor. Okay? So those things are real. And you're like, okay, I don't want to deal with it either. How am I going to fix it? That's going to bring balance to you, your life. Part of this like begging Spirit for balance, it isn't like Spirit saying, okay, I'm going to make your child with autism tomorrow potty trained. Yes, can I pray for that? Yes, can I ask Spirit to help me with that? And can I feel like a victim while I'm dealing with poop every 2 seconds? Sure. But Spirit's like, you can also not do what you're doing. You can get some things that accommodate this situation. You can set up systems that work for you in your current situation. And so Spirit's saying, do that. Don't sit there and just be a martyr until Spirit comes in and just miraculously changes. Spirit ain't buying you a new dishwasher. Spirit's going to try to get you to a point where you see that you're worth a new dishwasher. Okay? And then you're going to take that action. And it's going to come from your truth, the new truth, the truth of who you are, that, yes, I can handle a bunch of shit, but I don't want to, and I'm not anymore. Any last advice for this collective Spirit? This was a fun one. Stepping into that Queen of Swords. Speaking your truth, fixing things. Final message, Spirit. Final message for this collective. Okay, so the final message I get is the Four of Swords, and on the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Swords. So this is going inside and meditating, resting. So I get two messages here. One, if there's something that you do not know how to fix something, but you are very aware that it's messing with you, messing with your day, rest. And in your rest, meaning don't engage in the thing. So you're not going to work hard. You're not going to accommodate the thing. You're going to let the balls drop. You're going to, like let's say at work you have a machine that doesn't work. You're just going to let it not work instead of sitting there accommodating it okay? And you're going to see what happens, and then the clarity will come. But I also get that you can go inside and do some meditation and connect in with spirit, and the clarity will come of what you should do next. But I also get that this is part of you speaking your truth and finding your truth and living your truth. So if your truth right now does not align with the person who you want to become, and the person you want to become is somebody who can rest, then you need to speak up. You need to take action that is more aligned with your truth, the truth of who you are. And I get that Spirit's really wanting to see you take those steps. Stop accommodating things that just are so, they're not even, I'm not getting that they are like devastating or horribly like taking your life force. I'm getting that they're freaking annoying, and day after day they do take up a lot of your time. They add to negative thoughts about your life. They add to victimhood. They add to you thinking, I shouldn't have to do this. I wish I didn't have to do this. I wish my arm didn't hurt. I wish I didn't have a splinter in my foot. I wish I wasn't cleaning up shit. I wish I wasn't helping mopping up water from the dishwasher. Whatever the things are that you're doing that could be easier, but that you're just accommodating, Spirit saying, we want to see you be called out of that and take a little bit more of a stand against what you're willing to do. Because the new you isn't willing to do things that are ridiculous or live with ailments that are ridiculous. Especially if it just means taking some time, taking some money, and getting the fix. You're worth the fix. Yes, we already know that you can deal with it, but the new you ain't dealing with it just to deal with it. We have nothing to prove. We're bringing balance by resting more, okay? And it's all about you speaking your truth and standing up for what works for you and what doesn't. And I get that that is what is going to move the wheel of fortune in your favor, because like I said, you may be sitting there saying, I wish Spirit would just give me a new whatever you're settling for. But Spirit's saying, we need you to stop settling first. We need you to bring the balance, and you need to stop settling first before we can bring you the new stuff. You're the one that's allowing this in ways. So you being able to say, this doesn't work for me anymore, I'm finding a fix, that allows the wheel of fortune to turn in your favor. And then even under that, I get that's where life becomes more generous, more reciprocal, more fair. That's the message. The lighthouse can show you the shore, but you still need to steer the ship. If any of this resonated, please like and comment. And until next message.